Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Wolfen's Wanderings. I'm Mark, and yeah, I thought I'd do a garden update today. We certainly had a wet start, but been followed by a really nice heat wave here in southern Alberta. We've been right around the 30-degree mark, and yeah, it's been just cooking on the deck here, and the peppers are benefiting quite well after almost drowning. Yeah, so other than that, I hope everybody's well and that their gardens are prospering. I've checked out quite a few of the others that I really enjoy. Mountain Gardener, Christopher, and JT Bear, and Troll Forge, and Erica's Welsh Garden. Yeah, a bunch of excellent gardening channels. Anyway, let's start my tour for this week, mid-August in southern Alberta. And here we are, starting today on the top deck. And I have my little cherry hot sitting in there with some lemon balm that has just been taken over. He's actually starting to change color a little bit, that big cherry hot. And otherwise, that's about all it's done. But that looks good. Down here, I have one of my yellow and red devil's tongues. I've got a habanero over there, and there's my king star lemon starfish. Yeah. And so we'll move around and do a big inspection. Oh, Q Longmore. All right, check it out. Here we are at the start of Pepper Row, starting to see some colors and lots of peppers, so that's fantastic. And on this side, we've got the carrots and the pickles. And they are really happy this year. I'm gonna have to almost start looking at pickling, otherwise they're gonna be too big, but the spears always work good for those big ones. And yeah, ate our first carrot yesterday. I'll show you a proud papa pick here. And yeah, otherwise they're pretty tasty. That one that we had could have been harvested a little earlier even, because he wasn't at that sweet state that I really like. And down there's their Sugar Rush Peach and the dill that's volunteered itself down at the base of it, which is great because it's all we got. And by the looks of it, we're going to need some. And the peppers. Here's my ahi row. And yeah, I'll get a little closer and we'll check out some of the peppers. Okay. And the first on the pepper roll is my ahi lemon drop. And you can see the little peppers starting to all stand up there, which is pretty neat. And next to him, I have my, what is that? That's my ahi pennick. And yeah, they're a nice bell-shaped kind of pepper. Getting some decent-sized ones in there. And next to him, the ahi calabaza. It's got a couple of peppers on there. He's not quite as loaded yet, but he's got lots of blooms that are just about to open. And next to him is my ahi fantasy. And there's a giant, the biggest ahi fantasy I've seen. And I'll get a little closer here and continue the tour. Yes, and there's a close-up of the two ahi fantasies that are just big and happy. Yeah. Well, and looking at the weather network, oh, there's the one and only Calabaza. Next to him, I have my red devil's tongue. I'm not really seeing anything there yet, except a ton of blooms. So potential. The MA Wartrix, that'll be a good, close to super hot. Next to him is supposed to be my Peter, but you know, those don't look nothing like Peters to me. And my little Thai pepper is changing colors. They're looking good. They sure like that purple color when they're in the sunshine. My background cherry. And the Bananaramas back there. Might have to harvest one of those. They're giant. That's impressive. And over here, my Sugar Rush Peach has got some nice big peppers forming on there. Yeah, I would say most of my peppers recovered well since the last video, when was shortly after my hailstorm. All right, well, let's continue to the back garden. In the very back, here we have first my super hot pot. Yeah, you can see the blooms. I think there's one or two little pepper bums in there. That's my apocalypse scorpion, which is supposed to be stupid hot. And the 7-pod brain string, which is, I don't know, she got hammered pretty good from the hail, and I'm starting to see some signs of blooms, but she's put on a growth spurt, which is good. The heat helped these two super hots. That's definitely more their climate. And in that pot, that's my Fatales. The bigger of the two is the yellow and the red. And they both are, well, flowers galore. Alright, let's move over and have a look at the raised bed. Alright, here we are at the raised bed. And down on the end here we have the, what are they? The spring peas or the snap peas, so you can eat the shell and everything. And the regular peas up there. Well, we're going to have to harvest another round of them. We've been freezing them, which has been working great, and munching away on the snow peas. And getting a few bags of beans, which is really nice. I love taking fresh green beans out of the freezer. And my spaghetti squash, as you can see, is getting a decent size, that one. We lost one, but the other one over there, so we're getting two on this vine. They're pretty happy in this raised bed, I guess. And unfortunately, this one over on this bed, I suspect is just too close to that rhubarb, which is done. And yeah, but it sure is putting out flowers, a ton of male flowers. So we've been trying to pollinate the females with the weaker brethren. As you can see, the potatoes are starting to look like we're going to get to eat some soon. That'll be fantastic. There's nothing better than garden potatoes, man. And yeah, oh, there's my nemesis, those cabbage butterflies. Been chasing them. Alright, yeah, that's my suspicion, is too close a proximity to the rhubarb for our pumpkin and my other spaghetti squash. I got a little tour of my neighbor's garden, and oh man, Kevin's a miracle worker. He's got a pumpkin that's ginormous, and just the leaves on his pumpkin are easily as big as that rhubarb leaf there, which is huge. And the vines are like those branches on the trees over there. It's just unbelievable. But he's the guru. Anyway, I'll continue around. Here's a shot of some of the pickles that I'd share. That's a really nice one there. And then there's this little guy here, and isn't it amazing how they got those nasty little spikies kind of when they're really young? Yeah, I always found that kind of funny. Must be their little defense mechanism. But yeah, no, there's so many nice little pollinators working away on our pickles that, boy, soon we're not going to have more than we know what to do with. But we'll make our spicy pickles if that works out. And yeah, sure enjoy that. Now here we go. Oh, it's a nice carrot. Yeah, we gotta thin the herd a little bit down there, but yeah, I bet that'll be a nice tasty one. Scott and I'll split that guy, and maybe we'll just find another one here. Here we go. Try not to talk with my mouth full. But yeah, no, delicious. I have had sweeter carrots. That's probably the type. The one was a bit more of a stubby carrot. I don't remember the names, but yeah, no, always happy with that. Even gonna have to just chop some of these up and have the peas and carrots kind of thing with me. let's continue on. The Nat King cherries are all nice and ripe. And, they're not a bad little berry, but I guess their best use would probably be jam, because they're not like something that you go to because they're delicious. They're okay. So yeah, as a jam, I think that would be their best use. And over to our slicer tomato. And you can see my nice little cluster there, and there's another cluster up higher. So I'm looking forward to trying those little guys. They sure grow in nice big clusters, and they're gonna be good size. So cool. And they're in there with the basil, which is taking off. And as soon as you touch it, it just smells delicious. My poor little plum / apple tree, and we'll have to see if that one plum is left, but yeah. Here we have the giant Belgium tomato, and yeah, it's going crazy though. You can expect it would be a big plant with a name like that. And the tomatoes were ugly but huge, and they'll be perfect for our sauces. And yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. And the basil on this pot, maybe because it's not quite so sunny as, say, that guy, but he's flowering, so that's kind of interesting. And down here I have my M.A. Wartrix, or no, my Bohemian Goat and MOA Scotch Bonnet. So yeah, those two guys. Here's one of the cherry tomatoes. Yeah, he's stretching like crazy when you don't snip the top. And my Achocha cucumbers, my little sea creature looking guys. I'll have to inspect him for flowers, because they're such a tiny little insignificant thing. And then the last remaining hurtin' pots that I meant to bring out to my folks are sitting right there. And yeah, we'll see what they do. One of them's got a big tall pepper on it, or a few of them. I'll get closer and look. So here we have a burning bush, another ahi mango. He had a pepper on him, but he was sampled by something, so we'll just get rid of that. No sense putting energy there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any flowers on the Achocha yet, but it's kind of cool how he's vining out towards the sun and splitting. And then over there, I believe I've got an orange habanero, and brain farting on what that guy is there. But, a Fatali Red, there we go. And yeah, but hopefully they recover from their neglect. But they both have peppers on them, where the one in the back, the Fatali's, not quite yet. So we'll see what happens. Now I'll go do the upper deck that the mowing's all finished. And here I am, the look from below. I'm looking up. Yeah, the flowers are doing nice, and encountered some pretty good wind the last minute here, so try and be quick. Yeah, and I'll work my way up. Well, sorry about the wind if it's horrible, but here I've got my jalapeno, and it is happy. Check out those jalapenos. I'm looking forward. Gonna have to start my pepper sampling for 2020 here pretty quick. There I've got a Sugar Rush Peach, and my Rista Cayenne with a couple of nice big fat peppers on it. I've got, I believe these are kohlrabi. You can see my purple UFO. Yeah, I'll move up in the world, and yeah, continue there. The view from above. There's another one of my habaneros, and my kohlrabi with a nice big bulb you can see. I'm gonna have to harvest him. I think I like him about that size. And my ground cherry that, yeah, is starting to drop them. They're nice and ripe. Got a Thai in there. Here's my Sugar Rush. And these two, which are supposed to be developing a bulb, but I'm not sure, they're not really doing it yet. You can see the cabbage butterfly's larva has been doing their best to survive, eating away. Oh, sorry about the wind. And there's my purple. Looking forward to trying those guys. I have my Phileas Blue, and yeah, there's a prolific little guy, and yeah, looking forward to sampling him. My Ahi Mango up here on the deck is really doing well, and an Ahi Pineapple. Those two are, yeah, going to be big producers this year. That guy there is another of the Cherry Hawks. He's got a couple on him. I'm going to have to snip his top so he puts some more energy down low instead of stretching. There I have my Brussels sprouts that are really trying. Alright, I'll move over and get some more shots. Great big brute getting wind blown is an atomic starfish, and haven't seen any peppers yet, but wow, is he stretching and happy in the sun. Here I have my honey drop cherry tomato and my Issa's candy. They're sharing a pot, and I'm getting my first honey drop that's ripe. I'm gonna have to sample him today, I think. Over there's another super hot pot. And yeah, those guys are finally looking happy. They got brutalized by that hailstorm back when. And yeah, but that's my peach Carolina Reaper and a peach Scorpion. Both terrifyingly hot peppers. And here I've got, I believe that's a spicy mustard and my lemon habanero. Back up a tiny bit, and I've got my peach habanero and an orange habanero. Another one of those. So yeah, I got a ton of habaneros this year, which is great, because they're some of my favorites. Anyway, I'll move up a little bit more. And there we have it. A quick little garden tour, and I want to thank everybody for joining me today. And yeah, otherwise, things are looking pretty good, as long as that evil hail stays away and yeah, we get some more nice temperatures. It's not going to be quite as warm next week, judging by the Weather Network, but we'll see what happens. It should, actually, if it cools a little bit, we're going to see some color changes big time in those peppers, and that'll be pretty cool. Anyway, I hope everybody's healthy and happy and taking care out there, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, bye for now, everybody. Glacia was painting some rocks this week. I was fortunate enough to receive some, and hopefully will be a deterrent for some of the digging the squirrels do every day. And yeah, they look pretty cool in there amongst the plants, and have to say thank you very much to Glaze. And in trade, which is always a good thing to do, I made Glaze a Cobb salad. And well, she managed to finish the whole thing, and it seemed to have a satisfied customer. Yeah. So, all right. So the little honey drop is got lots of little tomatoes on it when you get closer, and the SS Candy are even a little bigger down there. Oh, cute lawnmower. Alrighty. Hey, buddy. Nice big dragonfly just landed on my hand. How are you doing? Oh, I wish I could have recorded you. There he is. Cool. Yeah, he landed right on my head. That was kind of neat. I always like them guys. Consider it good luck. And he just wanted to make a cameo.